here we are, naughties. Here we are. We're all in quarantine, aren't we? It's made everything very different. But I have to say, Erica and I have missed putting these together. We're both healthy. We're good 6 feet apart. We're trying to keep everything right, but at the same time, we want to get out a YouTube to you. The thing that keeps popping into my head is love in a time of cholera. Love in a time of COVID. We want to give you a bit of love in this time of COVID. And we're going to go to Paraguay for our love today. It's a decadent number we're making today. I looked for the right name in Spanish, but I can't find it. It's got a variety of different names. Cookies filled with cream, cookies filled with caramel and chocolate, and topped with stuff. What I'm going to tell you is it is a concoction that is going to put you into advanced hypoglycemia, but it's going to be worth it. Before we get cooking desserts, I did just want to say thank you to everybody for all your amazing comments and thumbs up. We're really starting to see a growth in our following, but on YouTube and on Facebook and that sort of thing. So thank you. But keep the comments coming, and give us some comments on this one, because I think this is going to hit your sweet tooth. Okay, so this is what we're going to use today. It looks like half the bleeding pantry, doesn't it? And whilst it looks like a lot, I promise you it's not that tricky. Here we go. So first off, I am going to get 4 cups of flour, and I'm going to put 4 cups of flour in this bowl that maybe could have been slightly larger. There's 4 cups of flour. Into my 4 cups of flour, I'm going to put 1.5 cups of sugar. There we go. And into that I am going to put half a teaspoonful of baking powder. And into that then I'm going to put a tiny pinch of salt. That should do, so I'm going to put a bit more. And then I'm going to put a little bit of lemon zest in. I think I'm going to put about a teaspoon of lemon zest. And keep the lemon, because we're going to put a bit of lemon juice in too. But I love these. Yeah, they're my favourite. What are they called again? Microplane. Yeah, they're great. And there we go. That's about a good teaspoon's worth. Leave that because we're going to come back to that. Then today I'm going to use shortening here, just because I seem to have quite a lot of shortening on my hands, and can turn this into little breadcrumbs as best we can, so that all of the shortening is evenly distributed and, as I say, crumbly crumbified. We are going to put in half a cup of milk. We're going to put in 1 egg. Sort of did itself there, didn't it? That was rather very skinny shell that was. And so that's in there. What else do I'm going to put in a teaspoon of lemon. Okay, so it's all nicely mixed together. Well, pretty nicely mixed. It feels quite dry, if truth be known. But that's okay, you know, I guess it's going to turn into probably something quite like a shortbread is my guess. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make 5 large cookies that are going to be about 4 inches, is that right? Probably about 10 centimeters, 4 inches across. So, you know, with a bit of work, I'm getting it there. Okay, so having never tested this before, I didn't really know what I was getting into, but I've done my best here. It's very dry, the cookie dough, and again, you know, like shortbread, so I'm hoping it will be fine. What I've done is I heated the oven to 400 degrees, and I'm going to put it in there for about 8 minutes until these giant cookies are starting to brown. So let's do that, shall we? Put that in the oven, and hopefully they will transform into something gorgeous. So timer, 8 minutes, and off you go. Okay, whilst those cookies are cooking, we're going to make the first of 2 gorgeous fillings. And the first one we're going to make is the chocolate filling. The recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of corn flour. It's quite a lot, but if you want to substitute it, which I have done, I am using 6 tablespoons of flour. You can use arrowroot if you like. I'm then putting 1/3 cup of sugar in. There it is. I'm then going to put in, I think it's 3 tablespoons, it's 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Let's see how we're doing there. That looks like 3 tablespoons there, lovely. And we are also going to put in 2 eggs. Hopefully this one won't explode on me. There we go, one like that. And one like that. And we are also going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Like that. Well, that was a bit more than 1/2 teaspoon. Oh well. Now, let's give that a little bit of a stir to get it going. What I'm going to do, actually I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to heat up the 2 cups of milk whilst I'm stirring this up. You want it to be hot-ish. Ooh, naughty noo-noos. Okay, I'm going to turn that up a tiny bit. I think we can get the cookies out now. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're definitely looking shorty bready like. I'm going to turn that off. I think they're good to go. So there they are. Once those are cooled, those will definitely firm up. I speak from shortbread experience. I'm not worried about them anymore. What we're going to do whilst this is finishing up here is we're going to make the caramel sauce. Caramel's super easy. We've got 1 cup of granulated sugar, white sugar, caster sugar, and we've got 1 cup of brown sugar. We'll slap that in the bowl. There. Sorry, that's not a bowl. That's a saucepan. I do beg your pardon. I don't mean to confuse you. I'm going to turn that off now. I'm going to bring it over to the side, and I'm going to replace it with this, because this is beautifully thick now. Looks lovely. It's sort of almost like a chocolate custard. That gets me back. Okay, into the white and brown sugar, we're going to slap 2/3 cup of water. We're going to give it a little bit of a stirry von Stirry burger. There we go. Get it going. And we're going to bring that to the boil. That'll obviously dissolve the sugar. And you want to leave it when it is boiling. It's going to boil for about 10 minutes, it would be my guess. Now we are going to do the last, what my granny would call the gilding of the lily pad. We're going to put the oaty crumbly bit on top. And that requires 1/3 of a cup of oats. It requires 1/3 of a cup of sugar. So there we go, that's a third of a cup of sugar. And it also requires 2 tablespoons of butter. And let's see how the caramel is doing. It's not stirring yet, sorry, it's not boiling yet, so I am going to give it a bit of a stir just to make sure it's all, evenly distributed. This is the easy bit, now that we've done all the cooking. We're going to take one of these and we're going to slap it on the bottom. And we're going to drizzle. This is my Malaysian spoon. Oh, look at that naughtiness. Let's bring that over here, and I am going to pour. What's that? As you know, I'm a type 1 diabetic, and this makes my pancreas go into shock. Then, let's take the U out, you naughty nipper. Where's another nice spoon? Okay, here's a nice spoon. And we're going to put a nice dollop of chalky cream on top of that. Ooh, you are so naughty! And then we'll just carry on. Taken the shortbreads, the cookies, and then in between each layer I put a decent dollop of the caramel, which is 1 cup sugar, 1 cup brown sugar, 2/3 of a cup of water, which has been boiled, and then the chocolate sauce / mousse over the top. 5 layers high here, and then just to finish it off and give it a slightly different texture, what I put on top here is the oaty, sugary, buttery crunch. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is our Paraguayan cookie stuffed with chocolate and caramel. Okay, we're back, and we've got some guest tasters. Maria and, you probably know Harriet. No, sweet Harriet has come to help. Okay, so I am the first to admit that this doesn't necessarily look like the most appetizing thing on the planet, but I think it might be very tasty. So I can hold it. Otto's down here too, and as always, I need.
The cookie is crisp.
The cookie's crisp. Okay.
Crisp. It's not sweet.
You're kidding.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Not at all.
You're kidding me.
Mm-mm.
So give me some more.
Oh, the cookie's good. The cookie's good. Yeah. That was not sweet at all. Mm-mm. It's weird.
Yeah. Really?
The cookie overpowers the sweetness. I don't know if that makes sense.
Because it does.
You can taste, yeah.
The cookie didn't have much sugar in it.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, 2 professional tasters here. Give it a thumbs up, I think.
It's
so,
good.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a little go. Do you mind if I borrow yours? Maybe not in time.
Corona.
Corona, yeah. I'll, let's find, oh, look, I've got a little green number. The top of iron into here. I don't know why I did that, but here we go.
I wish I reacted like this because it was that good. I just didn't know how.
That's lovely. And it isn't overly sweet, is it?
But it's kind of weird that it's not.
Yeah, that's pretty divine. And let's face it, whilst there are a number of different elements, it is. Thank you, Madame Hattie. Thank you, Maria. I would definitely give this one a go. And when you have, send it. Oh, Hattie's doing more. She said, "Well, take it with you." Okay, we might have some testers for next time, hopefully. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance to cook it, please do let us know how you do. Please do message, spread the word, pass it on, give us thumbs up, give us thumbs down, comment, etc. And now, mesdames, messieurs, it is goodbye from these two.
Bye. Bye.
And goodbye from this one.
And
Bye. And thank you, Paraguay. Take care, keep safe, keep well.